Hello friends, welcome back to Belle's Library. Today I am starting my next weekly reading vlog for March. I'm doing weekly reading vlogs this month because there's a bunch of really fun readathons that are happening this month, and this is the best way to kind of talk about them and talk about my reading and all that fun stuff. So that's kind of what's happening. It's a little dark, so, not the best lighting for this intro at the moment, so I'm not sure that I'll talk a super ton. I'm about to head into work. It's gonna be my first day working on the floor. I'm nervous and all that good stuff. I'm out of staring at a computer or listening to people talk while I just sit there though, which is nice, because I definitely am ready to be moving around a little bit. But yeah. So before I totally jump into anything else, if you haven't already, please get down below, click that subscribe button. I also have my Goodreads and Instagram and Storygraph linked down below, so you can check those out. We can talk bookish on all of those different platforms. I would really love it. So go ahead and do that really quick. And then I'll talk briefly about the few books that I want to read this week. So I have so many books I want to read this month. It is insane. And I've been putting like 4 to 5 books on my TBR every week. And this week is no different. So currently, I'm about halfway into A Girl Like Her by Talia Hibbert, and it is really cute, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a cute romance between Ruth, who she is on the spectrum. She loves comic books. She kind of is a little bit of a shut-in. She's very defensive after something goes really wrong with another guy in town, and now she's like the town's pariah because he's super popular and rich and all this fun stuff. And then her new neighbor who just moved in next door, Evan, and he is like this military guy. He loves making food for Ruth and for his new friend who his mom has cancer, and he's just like wholeheartedly the sweetest guy ever. And they kind of start getting to know each other because they're neighbors, and it's cute and I love it, and that's where we're at with that one. And then I also plan to read this guy this week. So I'm reading this with a read-along for it with Bookstara's book club on Discord, so I'll have information down below if you want to join. We're reading this one like every other month, this series, and then also we're reading through Shadowhunters. So those are kind of in the other off months. But this one, if I remember correctly, we are following this girl who goes to school, and she's like the last descendant of a very like powerful witch, her grandma, I believe, and I don't know, she doesn't really want that for her future, but I think she kind of gets thrust into it and finds like a group of friends, and that's about all I got right now. Don't do great with synopses in the beginning of these, but I will give you better ones as we keep going. And that one I'm actually using for one of the prompts for Greek Godathon. I'm going to be using that one for Dionysus, which was a guilty pleasure because witchy books totally work for that. And then also, what else do I have? I have the 5 on my agenda. The Untold Lives of the Victims of Jack the Ripper, something like that. It's such a long title. So this is a nonfiction about the women that were killed by him, and a little bit more about them instead of just about him. And I'm reading this for a different book club who is reading this and stalking Jack the Ripper this month. So they have a nonfiction and a fiction that kind of match together, and I think that's super fun. It's called the Curious Minds Book Club. Again, all info for this stuff down below. And then I'm also going to be listening to Plain Bad Heroines, and I'll probably give a little bit of info on that, but I will also have a spoiler-filled vlog coming out with that one because it is my big book for the month. So each month I'm trying to read a big book, which is a book over 600 pages, and then I'm doing like a spoiler-filled vlog with it. So I will put my last one up top, which was House of Earth and Blood. That was my first one for the year, and then we're having that one. And then, how many books was that? Was that 4? That was 4. That's all the books. That's all the plans for right now I'm going to try and get through. And that is a lot. So we'll see how that goes. Because like Plain Bad Heroines is like almost a 20-hour audio. So I'm going to stop now because I wasn't even planning on talking this long in the dark. But it just kind of happened. So, yeah. Well, hi friends. It's like Friday. I'm sorry. I haven't been vlogging because I really haven't been reading because it's been a really busy week and I've been tired and I haven't been feeling like reading at all. So, yeah. But today I had the day off, so, I still haven't read anything, but I am going to talk to you for like a minute. Yeah, Tuesday went really well. My first day on the floor. Everybody seems really nice and friendly, and I'm really just hoping it's going to be wonderful. And then Wednesday and Thursday, I had like these observations on like a bunch of different areas in the hospital to see what kind of some of the other nurses do and stuff, and talk to some of the other people throughout the hospital, like the pharmacist and just different stuff like that. So that was cool. Good experience and learning stuff and whatever. So that was cool, good stuff. And yeah, what did I even read at all so far this week? I read like maybe a smidge more of A Girl Like Her, but I haven't read it at all for the last couple days, I would say. Like, these are such long days, and I literally just go to home and I'm like exhausted and I just want to sleep. And like yesterday I was up at 4 a.m. because I had to be there at 5:30, so I was like, I gotta go to bed early, yeah, so not a lot of readings happened. And then I finished up an audiobook. What did I finish? I think I was finishing up Hunted, which is not really something I was talking about in this vlog because it's going into a different one. So I was just like, can't really talk about that one too much. So I did start playing Bad Heroines, and I've listened to about an hour of the audiobook. So it's like almost a 20-hour audiobook. So I really have gotten not very far into that one either. That one, it's about these girls. They went to this school like back in like early 1900s, I think, and they had this book and they made this plain bad heroines club. And then one day one of the girls goes to find the other one and meet up with her, and she like steps into this like yellow jacket hive, and it's like huge, and it like stings both of them to death. And so they end up dying, and then over the next few years, a few more girls end up dying, and they end up shutting down the school. And now there's like a movie about it, or is there a movie? I think there was a book for sure, and some other information and stuff about it, like in nowadays. And I think that they're planning to go back there and film like a documentary or something like that there. But we haven't really gotten to that part. We're just kind of introducing ourselves to these girls and like the events that happened back then. So that's about all I got, guys. I really just have not been reading at all, and I need and want to. It just hasn't happened. But I am off until Wednesday next week, so I have 5 days off. Today I've just been busy kind of running around doing some stuff. I went and saw my brother for a little bit, and what else did I do? I'm picking up my daughter. We're going to go to the library and pick out some books for her. And I took the dog for a walk. Went with my mom this morning. So just been doing some other stuff. So just the reading hasn't really happened, but I'm guessing it probably will after I get home because I'm getting tired and it's been a long week. And like I said, I'm off until Wednesday, so hopefully this weekend things will be happening in that area, and I will try and vlog for you guys. The weekends are so much harder to vlog because it's just louder in my house. My daughter's home. There's just like not a lot of quiet time, but we're gonna do it up and we're gonna make it work because I need to not be getting behind here, and I got some stuff I need to read and finish, so it needs to happen. Well, hello friends, it's Sunday. Look, I have a little friend. Hi, sugars. Look at the little cutie. Anyways, I am here to update you guys on somewhat of reading stuff. I am struggling this week. And it's not even because I don't want to read, because I do. It's just trying to balance working and family stuff and just all this stuff. Like, I just haven't had the time. I haven't been able to just have some moments to myself to kind of get in there and just have some reading time. So I had a little bit of time last night, but not a ton. And I did start into, where is it? This guy, A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. So I am on page 62, chapter 7. So I didn't make it far, but I did start it. ideally, I'd like to finish this one and Plain Bad Heroines by tomorrow at the latest, like by the end of tomorrow, so I can wrap up a couple things. Oh, I also need to read A Girl Like Her. Oh my gosh. Because I still have like 3 more books I want to read in the last few days of the month after this. There's too many books I'm trying to cram into this little bit of time right now, and it would have been fine if I could have been reading a little bit better so far. Anyways, let's go ahead and briefly talk about Discovery Witches. I don't think I actually read the synopsis and had any idea what this was about. I was just like, witches, and I clicked it want to read at some point on Goodreads, and Bookstara is doing a buddy read of this series in their Discord, which I will have information for down below. Let's do it. Let's go for it. But the first couple chapters, I was like, oh my, I don't know about this. It's very, her writing is very descriptive and detailed. And so I was just like, I was kind of moving really slow through it. So I was feeling a little bit worried about it. And I was like, I don't even know what we're talking about. So yeah. Okay, so we're following along from Diana Bishop's perspective. Actually, Dr. Bishop. She has her doctorate. She is doing research, and she does a lot of research about alchemy, and she's also a witch, but she doesn't like to practice her magic at all. Her parents died when she was really young, and ever since then, she's just been like, I am not interested in following that path at all. Her aunt's really frustrated by it, but it's just not her thing. And so she is instead in research at the college that she works at and doing stuff there. So one day she comes across this book in the library while she's doing research, and she can feel like magic coming off of it. And she's like, this is weird, but I'm going to try and just be analytical about it and ignore that side of it. And then she like sends it back. And ever since then, weird things have happened. We've had a fun guy, I think his name's Nathaniel, Matthew, sorry. Where did I get Nathaniel from? Matthew Claremont. And he's a vampire, and all of a sudden he's showing up, and he seems to be interested in this book. And then all of these other types of demons and witches and vampires and different stuff are showing up ever since this book has kind of come to her attention. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. So there's definitely a little bit more going on with this book than she was allowing herself to find out about, because she probably could have as a witch, but she doesn't use her magic really. And I'm kind of questioning whether I like this Matthew guy or not. And I don't know, we're just getting into the story. There's not a ton that's happened yet. It definitely, though, is starting to get a little bit easier to read, and I'm getting a little bit more into the story as the chapters have progressed. So past those first few chapters, I'm kind of getting into it a little bit better. So hopefully I'll be able to kind of start moving into some of this. Then I also did listen to a little bit more of Plain Bad Heroines. I'm about 2.5 hours into the audiobook there. It's going okay. I'm not hating it, but I'm not really enjoying it much. It took me a while to figure out all the different characters and timelines going on and kind of put all that together. But yeah, I don't have a ton of thoughts at the moment, because it's really like, it's not pulling me in or intriguing me a ton, but it's not like I'm hating it and it's terrible. I'm excited for the film crew and all the actors and actresses and everybody to actually get to Brookhaunts, the old school, and start doing some of the filming and see what happens there. Maybe there'll be a little bit more happening. It is a very long book, so sometimes these things, they just take a little bit to actually get started and going into. So it's just kind of where we're at right now, you know? So that's my little bit of updates. And again, I'm barely into both the books that I'm reading right now, and they're both long, but it is what it is.
Hey friends, it's Monday morning. Let's see if we can get a good little angle. I got Tim here with me. Tim, come look this way. There he is. Anyways, yeah, it's Monday, and I tried to read as much as I could yesterday. I got a little bit in today so far. So yeah, I am working on it. But where am I at? I've actually got a little bit of reading updates, you guys. Look at that. I am
slowly approaching midway through this book. I'm on page 230-ish, so we're getting there, but it's upper 500s, like 580 pages, so I'm not quite to halfway, but enjoying it. So yeah, A Discovery of Witches is what I'm talking about. I just edited this vlog today, and I was like, I literally have read nothing, and it's kind of ridiculous. But I'm getting through this. I don't think I'm going to finish it for this vlog, but I'm going to try and finish as much as possible today of this. And I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the relationship between Diana and Matthew. I think it is super stinking cute and adorable, and I'm appreciating that, you know, vampires and witches, they are not supposed to be hanging out together, but they're still doing it. They have this draw to each other, and, you know, Matthew's just super protective of her, but she's still like, no, I'm independent and capable myself, thank you. And it's been really fun, and I'm enjoying it. We are just kind of following along with more of the events of what's happening with this book, and also Diana and her powers that she really, like, because she hasn't used them, she doesn't know about them, and so we're just kind of discovering more about what she actually can do, and we're finding out more about Matthew's past, and how old he is, and everything that he's been through, and they're just kind of building a relationship, and definitely like some intriguing stuff going on with Diana's parents and their past. They did get murdered when she was a kid, and that was a big trigger for her, why she didn't want to use her magic and stuff. So yeah, I think there's definitely more going on with that we're going to be learning about. So overall, I'm definitely enjoying the book quite a bit, and I'm enjoying reading along with the Bookstara book group. Every 5 chapters, I just kind of check in on the Discord, and we chat about this and that, and it's been a good time, and I'm liking it. So I really am enjoying reading along with them. I also read along starting last month with the Shadowhunters Chronicles, whatever it is, I always forget, but the first 6 books they're reading as well, like going back and forth between these 2 series this year, so I'm excited. Oh, got an itch. Anyways, it's been a really great group to be a part of, and I'll have all their information down below. Then, what else do I have going on? Oh, and then I'm listening to the audio of Plain Bad Heroine still, and I'm about a little over 5 hours into it now. Again, it's like almost a 20-hour audio, so is that very far into it? Not really. But, oh my, am I bored. I'm really just not entertained by this story at all. It's just really boring. Like, there's just nothing happening. We still haven't even, like, the film crew and all the actresses and stuff haven't even made it to Brookhaunts, like, at all. They've barely met. I'm like, I'm so far into this, like, shouldn't we be doing something more? Like, okay, and then we're still, I don't know, I don't feel like I know anything that's going on in the, you know, actually when the story is happening and when the school is open. Like, there's not a ton that's happened back then either. Like, it's very slow moving. Very slow moving. I'm pretty bored. I'm kind of like, things need to, like, start happening, or something needs to go on. I'm, like, not really wanting to pick up the audio, and I'm just kind of like, but I don't know that I want to DNF it, because it's my big book of the month, and I want to be able to finish it, and I'm doing a spoiler-filled vlog of it, so I'm like, do I just cancel the vlog for this? I don't know. I'm undecided, but I am considering DNFing it. I'm also reading this with Alita, and she's feeling kind of bored too, so I don't know how she's feeling about it, if she's wanting to DNF it or what, but yeah, she and I are kind of feeling the same way about it, so I don't know. I'm trying to give it some time, because sometimes it's okay if it's kind of slow, because sometimes it'll just kind of like come together in the end, and you're like, okay, well, that was kind of worth it. So I'm waiting to see if I think it might be worth it. I don't know though. So that's my updates for you guys today, and I'm working on it. I'm trying to get through what I can. I don't know that I'm going to finish anything this week, and that just might be the way it is. And then I'll have a vlog of the last few days of the month where hopefully I'll be able to finish up a bunch of this stuff, and we'll see though, because my reading's just moving slowly. I also am reading 2 very large books at the moment, so it's probably not helping very much. And life has just been busy. It's been, you know, new to have to, like, balance working with all of that. So yeah, I don't know. Hello again. We just are gonna hang out in the car for these last couple of vlogs. I cannot wait to have our own house and just have a little more space and places to like be that aren't so loud, and I don't know, it'll be nice. It'll be nice. So I decided to just continue this vlog through the rest of March because we've only got a few days, so I'm kind of just gonna make it like a week and a half reading vlog. So today's Tuesday, the 29th, so we've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday left. So hopefully I can actually like finish something up. I'm getting closer in A Discovery of Witches. I didn't bring my book with me, but I've got like a little bit over 100 pages left. So I read a good chunk yesterday, and I'm still definitely enjoying it quite a bit. I don't think I have a ton more to say though, because I don't want to give anything away if you haven't read this and you're kind of interested, but definitely enjoying it. The witchy elements and the vampire aspects. I actually like, for a good chunk of this book, I was like, I'd rather be a vampire than a witch right now, because some of these witches are just like not good people, and so that's kind of different, and it was kind of interesting to like, I guess you really don't have as much, like they're set in the real world and people don't really know a ton about them, but at the same time, like you're not following from a human perspective at all or really involved in a lot of human life stuff, which is kind of different. Like I feel like you usually have a little bit more of that. We're definitely much more in the vampire and witches world and stuff going on with them, so it's kind of interesting, and enjoying that. And then I'm trying to like read way too many things and cram them all in at the end of the month here, but I am going to buddy read The Paris Apartment these next few days. So buddy read here, hopefully we'll finish in this vlog. I started it very, very briefly before I left, so I'm like 20 pages in, so really not very far, but right now we have multiple perspectives. Lucy Foley likes to have like 5 or 6 different perspectives you're kind of following, but one of the main ones is Jess, and she, her half-brother lives in this apartment building, and she gets herself into a spot of trouble and says, hey, I'm coming to stay with you for a little bit, surprise. And when she shows up, he is missing, and she can't seem to get into the apartment, and she doesn't know what's going on. So we're kind of following along with her, and we've also seen from Ben's perspective, her half-brother and him kind of right before he goes missing. And then we've seen from a couple other, actually I think only one other tenant right now, but another one's coming up in this next chapter that I'm going into. And then also the concierge that is kind of in charge of taking care of the apartment building. So it's very fancy kind of apartment building in Paris, and so she just like is just getting in the door, but the other like perspectives from the concierge and the other tenant, they don't seem to like that Ben has moved into this building, and there's definitely something going on there that they're all kind of hinting towards, that he has kind of changed the vibe of the building or something. So I don't know if it's he is the bad guy in the situation, or if it's more of everybody was like doing something they shouldn't have, and he kind of like is messing that up. So we'll kind of find out, obviously, but I'm excited to get into another one of Lucy Foley's books. I have loved one and hated one from her, so I'm kind of curious to see where this is going to land, and I'm excited to be buddy reading this, and so it's going to be a good time. And that's about all I got. I didn't really listen more to Plain Bad Heroines, because that one I'm not like super enjoying it, and I'm not getting pulled back to it, so I've been kind of trying to read some of this other stuff, but I'm definitely needing to read more because I need to keep up with Alita, because I'm sure I mentioned it, but we're buddy reading that one, and I don't want to fall too behind her, but I did tell her she can slow down because they were both kind of a little bored with it. But a small update for the day, and I will probably see you in my car again tomorrow, because that's just where we're hanging out to chat. So it's Wednesday. I have a little bit of reading stuff that I did. What did I read since I talked to you? I don't think I really read more of A Discovery of Witches, but I did start The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley, and very intrigued by it. I'm like, oh, what is happening here? So yeah, it's going really well. We have several characters kind of in Lucy Foley style, and I'm like 60 something, 70 pages in. Hopefully I'll be able to read some more of that tonight. But I think I actually already kind of talked to you guys about this because I think I had started it before I talked to you last. So I won't go too much into details, but I will say that everybody's seeming pretty shady and there's definitely some stuff going on, and this apartment building has some like places where like there's like a dumbwaiter and maids quarters and stuff. So I'm excited to start exploring some of these areas and seeing what's in them and where they go and different stuff like that. And yeah, I'm excited to get into the story and find out more about these people and what they're up to. It's gonna be a good time, but I work the next 3 days, so I'm gonna go in and do my 12-hour long ass fucking shifts, and then I will be back and I will read hopefully tonight after I get home. Hopefully I won't be too tired and I can get some reading going, and maybe on my break. It just kind of depends on how the day goes and everything, and if I have other things I need to do while on break, because I might have some phone calls I need to make. I'm not sure. So that's my smidge of an update. I'm also going to start listening to my audiobook of Plain Bad Heroines back and forth from driving with work and stuff to help me start getting through that. I haven't really wanted to pick it up, so I'm like, you have to at least listen to it while you're driving so you can get somewhere with this thing. That's kind of where I'm at with that, but yeah, it's going fine. I listened to it a little bit this morning. It's just, I don't know. It's not terrible. I just feel like nothing's super happening and I'm just a little bored. I'm ready for something more to be happening, you know? Hopefully. Maybe. Anyways, I am going to get ready to head into work here, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Well, guys, it's like April 8th. I am super behind on all of this right now, and I'm sorry. I'm just kind of here to close this out because I haven't talked to you guys in a bit, and honestly, life is just like, it's been really crazy and busy. I ended up kind of going back to work towards the end of March, so I worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we're trying to start looking. We're in the process of buying a house, and so we had been pre-approved like right before I went back to work, and we were like, okay, like looking around, trying to get stuff going into the loan process and like give them the rest of the papers and, you know, work on some of that over the weekend. So that was taking up a lot of time, and then we ended up going out and looking at a couple houses and putting in an offer, and it's just like so much going on all weekend. And then I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm having a hard time adjusting to, like, I really don't get anything done on my work days at all because I'm working 12-hour shifts, and so I'm there 7 to 7, but then I have drive time on each side of that, and when I get home, it's like I'm tired. I have to, you know, get my lunch and my coffee made for the next day, and just like eat and get myself into bed, and I'm like, I'm exhausted. It's like 9:30 and I'm just like falling asleep. So nothing's been happening on days I actually work. So I mean, after that, it's just, now it's Friday and we've been doing a bunch of stuff to get this offer going with this house and inspections and, you know, hoping that everything goes through well and working on all of that. And it's just been a whirlwind, and reading and vlogging and all of that has just not happened. So I'm sorry. This last vlog has just kind of gone its own direction, but I did finish the Paris apartment today and I adored it, so I can at least say that I finished one book for this vlog, even though it wasn't within time, but that's okay. It was great. I definitely give it 5 stars. I really am loving Lucy Foley's stuff that she's starting to come out with. I love the guest list as well, and just, oh gosh, she gets some good twists at the end that you don't see coming. Oh my gosh, they were so good. I was just like, wait, what? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was not, there were so many twists at the end that I was not expecting. It's so fast paced, like you can just fly through these books. The characters are all like unique and different. They all have some messed up something going on with them that just, you know, but then you still find yourself rooting for some of them, even though they're really not good people, but it's just, oh, it's so good. I loved it. So that's my little update there. I honestly don't remember what else I was kind of reading and updating you guys on. Oh, I think A Discovery of Witches, which I'm hoping to finish tonight, but I haven't really gotten any farther in, and Plain Bad Heroines, but I'm not really going to talk about that here because I am going to have a separate vlog for that one. So I need to update that vlog as well, but that'll be coming out probably next after this comes out, so be on the lookout there for that vlog. But that's basically what I got for you guys. So sorry, I kind of went a little MIA. I haven't really posted any videos. It's just life's gotten a little crazy on me. So I will talk to you guys hopefully really soon. Things will hopefully be settling in. Hopefully we'll get a house, and then I will have even more space to actually film and do some of this stuff. But that would be super wonderful. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful April. Bye guys.